Wishing on a star to follow where you are. I'm wishing on a dream to find out what it means. And I'm wishing on a rainbow that I see. And I'm wishing on tomorrow maybe we could be. And I'm wishing on all things that I've never done. And I'm wishing that my people could become one. I never thought I'd see this wholesome part of me, so far away from home, so far away from thee. And I'm wishing on a rainbow that I see. And I'm wishing on tomorrow, baby, that is me. Hey, family. So, we in the spiritual game right now. Right now, we in these London streets. And, yeah, the law I've been meditating on recently with my clients, we've been talking a lot about Herokuti. Herokuti is the nete that represents divine justice. And the law of Herokuti goes like this, family. It says, God does not punish, God does not reward, and God does not protect. This is going to be a difficult thing for people to grasp, but when you truly understand that law, this world actually begins to make a lot of sense. We all know that our Creator is the Alpha, the Omega, the beginning, the end, the one who was there before the earth was formed, before nature itself was brought into activity. Our Creator was there. Our Creator is all powerful, family. It knows all, it sees all, it is all, it powers all. So, that being said, our Creator's one and only mission in this world is to experience a unique aspect of its power through us. Think about it. If you are everything, if you know everything, if you have the full spectrum of all experience and possibilities, how can you ever experience anything? How can you even observe your power without having opposing forces to measure that power against? This is where we come in as human beings. We as human beings are made of our Creator, and we are conditioned into flesh, into man and woman, male and female, into the cultures that we were born into, the countries, into our position in our family. And all these conditions exist so that we can have a unique journey, a unique expression, a unique experience of the almighty power that we call God, Mungu, Allah, Tik, Oludumare, Yahweh, Jah. And so this message is to anyone who's willing to hear this. Don't be afraid to walk in the power that your Creator has given you. Yes, regardless of who you are, where you're from, or the circumstances that surround you, you have been endowed with the Spirit of God. And God's one and only mission is to live through you. You have probably never been told about your role in your relationship with God. Meaning, did you know that God needs you You've probably never heard that before. God needs you. God needs you in order to experience this world, this physical world, this fleshly world, this material existence. In order to experience life, God, your creator, needs you. Yes, you have been hired, you have been fashioned, you have been made as a vehicle for God to enter into its own creation. That's you, that's me. And that's a beautiful privilege, because your vehicle is not like any other vehicle that's been made or created before. You may have siblings, you may have family, you may look like your great grandma, your great grandfather, your dad. You and your brothers may share qualities. Hey, you and a twin might share a womb, but even then, you have a unique genetic code and a unique story that God seeks to experience through you. So I want you to have more confidence in the way in which you're moving through life. Confidence in what? Confidence in that every single circumstance and challenge that surrounds you, whether it be mental, physical, emotional, all of these challenges are actually secret encouragements from your creator. I want you to picture being in a swimming pool. You ever been in a swimming pool and someone throws in a ball, right? And then you jump on that ball and you try to push that ball down, right? And the more you try to push that ball down is the more resistance you get from the water. And if you're really cheeky and you try to jump on top of that ball and to suppress it into the water, what happens? The ball shoots up into the sky. The more you push it down is the higher the ball elevates. You and I are the same, right? We in this scenario are the ball. Yes? And the ether that surrounds us, the energy that surrounds us, is the body of water we exist and breathe in. And you have life and this material world pushing on us constantly with challenges, with affliction, with circumstances that seem insurmountable. But every single time, you are given the opportunity to bounce all the way up and experience a level of yourself that you've never experienced because of that challenge, because of that depression, because of that affliction. So I want you to look at your life through that lens, that you are a vehicle for the expression of God. Now, you are not here to express yourself like anybody else. You're not here to walk a path that looks like anyone else. You're not here to do the right thing. You're not here to say the right thing. You're here to walk as you are inspired in your heart and find harmony with the decisions that you have made. Because the interesting thing about life is that everything has a consequence. Every left has a right, every right has a left, every up has a down to it. So all the decisions that you do make, you have to take on and own that responsibility and not blame the creator for the circumstances you've been in. I'll remind you that God's only skin in the game is you. God's only skin in the game is you and the nature that you exist in. So the truth is, this world has been created with what we call ma'at, which allows us to experience a particular level of harmony, which means that the nature itself will regulate and order the world around us naturally. And so if you violate that order will seek justice through you by bringing you back to harmony. But that's it. Once you understand that, you live on those terms. Once you understand that, you walk with that awareness and alignment. But this doesn't mean that there are rules to how you engage. There are laws in which you live by. You know, the law that says what goes up must come down. But the rules, well, they're way more flexible. They're there to be enjoyed. They're there for you to play at your own will. They're there for you to test and challenge and refine and reform. Rules change, but the laws are forever. And so that's what I want you guys to be reminded of, family. You are a unique vessel of the Creator. And the Creator's only will for you is to enjoy life through you. The Creator's only mission is to enjoy life through you. One more time. Your Creator's only mission is to enjoy life through you. Today, consider this. Yeah? If you are a lover of God, if you are someone who is passionate about your Creator, if you're someone who seeks a greater relationship with your Creator, I want you to ask yourself this question. Am I expanding the power of God in me, or am I restricting the power of God in me? Either way, it's there. Like oxygen. You know, you either breathe good or you don't breathe good. The oxygen is there. Consciousness is there. So it's up to you how you relate with it. Ask yourself this question. Is God having a good time through me? Am I giving God a good experience? You never thought about it like that. You never thought about that like that. You never sat down and thought to yourself, hey, hold on, wait. You know, like that you know, like that older sibling, when no one checks on that older sibling, like, when's the last time you checked on God? Follow me, like, check on the Creator. Is anyone checking on the Creator? When's the last time you checked on God? God might not be alright right now. I know it's a wild thing to say, but when's the last time you checked on God? Now, have you stopped to think and ask yourself whether God is having a good time through you? I know there's stuff you want to do. I know there's things that you desire to pursue. But have you ever checked on the Creator that's moving this whole thing and be like, yo, are you having a good time moving my vehicle right now? Is this the best version? Am I giving you the best experience of yourself in the world? Most of us don't look at our relationship with our Creator like that. You are a vehicle of God. I'm like, hold on, bro, where you want to go? You ever stopped and asked your God, like, yo, God, Allah, Mungu, Ti, Olodumare, where do you want to go? Because I'm a vehicle and my flesh is going back to the earth. Once it's done, it gets serviced a couple times, it's going to be a write-off. Every man is going to be a write-off. So have you ever stopped and gone, yo, God, like, you good? You having a good time? Is there anything you need? You need something from the shop? You get what I'm saying? Is there anything you want me to check out? Is there anyone you want me to serve? Who do you want me to serve? Where you want me to go? Where you want me to take this vehicle? Check in on your God, man. He might be trying to say something to you that you ain't given the time to listen. You feel me? Yeah, man. Check in on your God, family. We've never considered the fact that our relationship with God is two ways. God gives us life, but we've got to keep that life open so that God can channel through us. Again, we're either expanding the power of God through us or we're restricting it. And the only ones that suffers is you, your experience. God experiences life through you. How are you letting him do his thing, fam? You get me? That's something to think about. are we out here in these streets? Yeah, man. That's something to think about. That's not something it's not a position I hear many people talk about family. And I can speak like this because of what I teach is the 11 laws of the Spirit, as taught by Ra'unefa Amen from the Metuneta. The Metuneta is the writings on the wall, fam. Those divine words that were written tens of thousands of years ago that look at the spiritual nature or the scientific nature of our spirit. We are vehicles of our Creator. And you know what's really interesting? You've been told 1,000,000 times that the world does not revolve around you. How many times have you heard that? The world doesn't revolve around you. Cool. I beg to differ. Because when's the last time you experienced the world through anyone else's lens? Sure, there's opinions you've been cultured to share. There's perspectives you've been, designed to have. There's pathways you've been led to follow. There's things you've been co-opted to do, but regardless, when have you ever experienced the world through anyone else's lens but your own? So the world does revolve around you. It literally revolves around you. Your world revolves around you. You can't even experience anyone else's world. So that being said, you have a extremely powerful role in the experience of the world. Your life is a unique contribution to how the world is experienced, first and foremost by you. Then the other people you come into contact with, you have a unique role in that. And the person who gets the best and the worst of it is you. At any given moment, you can decide how you want to share your energy. You can decide what you want to focus on. You can decide what you want to give from what you don't want to give. What you want to pay attention to what you don't want to pay attention to. Where you want to walk versus where you don't want to walk. At any given moment, you can decide that. Right? It doesn't take a flinch of a muscle to redesign how you think and how you want to project and share yourself. But many of us don't take that opportunity to do that, to play our game like that. Many of us take what's been handed to us. Many of us just go along with the get along. I want you to stop and take a think and take stock of the fact that you matter. You literally matter. And the way in which you honor yourself, the way in which you take care of yourself, the way in which you show up for yourself and share and express that among others literally will redesign your world. And so your experience of the world will be better. Your experience of the world will be more fruitful. So what can we do? There's a thing we call love service. And in the language of the Spirit, love is defined as giving, seeking nothing in return. I want to ask you a question today. What are you most excited about sharing? It doesn't have to be a talent or a skill. It's just, what are you most excited and inclined to share and participate in? How can you make that a daily habit that cultures the life you experience? Life has become so difficult, and one of the things I've been encouraging my clients to do more and more is let go. I've been encouraging a lot of my clients to let go. This is your time to let go. There's a spiritual law known as Osset. And Osset says, be willing to sacrifice everything to become the vessel of the Creator. And in turn, you will receive everything. This is the devotion to serving God. In this season, family, as we move into a new year, I really want you to let go of all the things that are not alive. Simplify your life. Simplify your life. Simplify your life. If you can bring your life down to a few simple actions that you get to take daily, that puts the best of your energy out in the world, that helps you stay on rhythm with your heart's desires and content, that allows you to experience the best of yourself in your body and your emotions. If you could find a simple rhythm that allows you to do that, and everyone will have one, then that's what I want you to focus on. And if you could commit to that for the next 4 months, the world you experience will be different. The world you experience will be different. Because the person you have become will have changed and shifted dramatically. Well, I want to know, are you in the game though? Are you in that game? That's what I want to know, family. Are you in the game? Wishing on a star to follow where you are. I'm wishing on a dream to find out what it means. And I'm wishing on the angels that I see. And I'm wishing on tomorrow, baby. Wanna listen. Oh, what's this?
So there's 8 billion people on earth and you think God won't bring you 5,000 clients? Come on, start that business, man. Come on. So there's 8 billion people on earth.
I love that motivation. That's some real motivation right there. I never thought I'd be so far away from me, so far away from home. Yeah, man. "23 minutes ago." That's so funny. Uti, you're very fast, isn't it? Waka waka. I think I'm ready for the road. I think she ready for the road. I think we're ready for the road. I think I'm ready for the road. Hold up, let me clear my space. Let me clear my space. I think I'm ready for the road. I'm ready for the road. More love into my life, more blessings into my life, more love into my life, more blessings into my life, more love into my life, more blessings into my life, more love into my life. Hold up, let me clear my space. Let me clear my space. Hey. I think I'm ready for the road. We're ready for the road. Yaga yo family, yaga yo, yaga yo. I'm gonna read something for you. Look, I'm just reading something. I'm reading something that I like to share with my daughter sometimes. It's the story of Asa. And this is the way of life that I follow. When you hear me teaching about spiritual law, spiritual game, when you hear me speaking about my art, when you hear me speaking about my art and the spiritual game, I'm really talking from this perspective. It's the study of the Assyrian religion, the ancient Kemetic spiritual way of life. And that way of life is about becoming, right? But this is the way that I teach it to my daughter. Asa was kind and wise, but something bad happened. He was broken into pieces. Instead of giving up, his loving partner Oset gathered all his pieces and helped put him back together. When he came back, he wasn't just the same. He was stronger, wiser, and brighter. Their son Heru grew up to learn how to be brave, fair, and powerful in a good way. And guiding all of them was something very important called Ma'at, which means truth, balance, and doing what's right. What this means for you, the story I always tell my daughter is about you. Sometimes you feel sad, sometimes you feel angry, sometimes you feel confused, like things aren't fair. That's when you feel broken into pieces. But the Assyrian way teaches you can always put yourself back together. You can always choose truth, and you can always grow wiser because of it. But here's the big rule. Every day your heart will ask, am I being kind? Am I being honest? Am I helping or hurting others? When your heart feels light and happy, that means you're living in balance. When it feels heavy, that just means it's time to fix something and try again. No one is perfect. Everyone is learning. The main idea here to understand is that the Assyrian way of life teaches that you are special. You are powerful, regardless of who you are, where you come from, or where you live. And you are here to make the world better. And even when you fall apart, you can and will rise again, just like Baba Asa. So, this is the way in which I teach and share with my daughter about our spiritual way of life and what we believe. This way of life is not a religion in the sense that where we believe there is a God who's judging our every move and a separate entity or an evil entity and a good entity that are battling for us. No. This way of life helps us understand that we have a relationship with our Creator and we have a responsibility. Our Creator has created life, the world, and nature for us to operate in it. And we are given free will and sovereignty to choose how we navigate through this life. And that's what I call the spiritual game. Because like any game, you are here to play. And just like any game, the more and more you play is the more and more you learn about yourself. The more and more you learn about your options. The more and more you learn about your powers. The more and more you learn about what you're able to do versus not. The more and more you learn about what is good for you versus what no longer serves you. And that takes time. That takes experience. that takes feeling, not just hearing, that takes touching, not just reading, you know? And so in that way, we carry a light heart as we go through life. We're not here to get it right. We're here to play and discover ourselves. We are here to unpack the unique gift that has been given to us by Asa, our creator. So, this teaches that the world works best when things are balanced. Like when you keep your bike steady so you don't fall. This way of living, what we call ma'at, says be kind to people, be honest with yourself, take care of your body, take care of your heart, take care of your mind as a standard. Respect nature, respect animals, and respect the earth. And use your gifts, whether they be musical, creative, or other. Use all your gifts to bring joy, pleasure, and peace to others. This way of life believes that everyone has a special job to do in the world, family. And life is like a game or a lesson where you're learning how to grow wiser and more loving. When you make good choices, things feel lighter and happier. And when you make unkind choices, things feel heavy. Not because you're bad, but because it's teaching you how to do better next time. At the center of all of this is the idea that when your thoughts, actions, and heart are in balance, the world becomes a much nicer place for you and everyone else. Yes? So, this way of life, our religion, is really about learning how to live in harmony and to have fun being yourself and to help make the world feel a little more like heaven while you're here. Because that's it. That's the game that we're here to play. Yeah? Hold on. 1 second. Hey! Yes, family. That is our religion. That is our way of life. The way of Asa. Yes, we don't look to no man, no white man, no black man even. We don't look to another person with flesh outside of our own. We've all been made as a unique creation of the Most High. And in that sense, we've all been made as divine beings. We've all been given the qualities of the prophets, the messiahs, the sages, the priests that we look up to in antiquity, in history. And that being said, we're here to live our life and navigate our world and the challenges that's been given to us uniquely with our Creator. Don Cheza. I love you, bro, man. Come on, bro. So, again, family, the Asarian religion teaches that life is about spiritual growth. It's about balance and resurrection. The resurrection is not after you die. The resurrection happens while you are alive. One more time. This Asarian religion, family, the way of Ma'at, is about spiritual growth while you're alive. It's about finding balance in the life that you've been given and resurrecting yourself not after you die, not just after you die, but whilst you are alive. This way of life says that you are here to remember who you are, to live in truth and balance, and rise again every time that life challenges you. At the heart of this religion, family, is the story of Asar. Yes? Asar represents the higher self, the soul, the one that you feel all the time navigating you, the one that carried you through your mother's womb, the one that allowed you to experience life the way you do right now. It was not your mother that carried you through the womb. It wasn't your father. They were vessels for another spirit. And that spirit is called Asar. Now in this story, family, Asar is broken apart by chaos, life, the ego, trauma, distractions. That unique spirit, that soul that has a specific journey is brought into chaos, family. So therefore he's broken apart. And Oset, the divine mother, is another thing I'll say. We don't believe in the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. There is no such Trinity that could exist without the woman. How can we all be born through the womb of a woman, but yet disrespect and leave the woman and the feminine out of the Trinity? That doesn't make sense. And so we don't believe in that. The Trinity is the Holy Mother, the Holy Father, and the Holy Child that they create together. And we can all relate with that as an experience. It took your mother, it took your father to come together in order to create you and the experiences that you have right now. That one, no one can argue that. You don't need a scripture for that one. That one is plain sight. Every living person came here through their holy mother, their wholesome father, and you was the product, the holy child, that spirit. So Oset, the divine mother, which represents divine intelligence and devotion, gathers the broken pieces of Asar. And Asar is resurrected not as his old self, but as a transformed being. Their child, Heru, which is you and I, represents the awakened human, living on earth with spiritual authority. That is something that every single one of us seek to have, to live on earth as a vessel of the Creator. Wouldn't you like to be so sure, so aligned, and so at one with your Creator that there is no doubt that crosses your mind when you walk your path? There is nothing that holds you back because you are very clear on your Creator's instructions in you. This is what it means to resurrect Asar in us as humans. We come from Asar into this world from our father into our mother, and we grow and we forget we're scattered by this world. But our journey is to remember that we are the divine child, the blessed child of a heavenly creation. This story, which you can find, you can go Google on the internet. This story isn't just a myth, it's a map to your human condition, the journey of all of us as human beings. And that's what's so beautiful about it. Hello boys, how are you? Come away from the phone, okay? Come away from the phone, alright? I'm talking the phone. When you see, hey listen, when you see strangers on the phone, don't come and look at their camera, okay? Alright? Go and have fun. Alright, bless up. Okay. Yeah. The goal of life, according to the Asarian teaching, family, the goal of life, according to the Asarian teachings, is not to believe It's not about belief. It's about becoming. It's not about belief in God. It's about becoming. The same reason you follow Jesus Christ is because Jesus was able to say, I and my Father are one. That is the goal of every man and woman, to be able to say they have become one with their Creator, which we call Asa. Yes? Specifically, the journey of becoming is about refining your heart. It's about aligning your actions with the truth of your life. Ma'at. What's this? The goal of becoming is to live in harmony with Ma'at, balance, justice, order, and harmony. When you die, your heart is weighed against Ma'at. But symbolically, this weighing happens every day while you are alive. Every day you go sleep, every night before you go to bed, you are assessing your day. You're weighing up your experiences of the day. And you're asking yourself, did I take the best actions for myself? Did I move in grace? Did I put my best foot forward? Did I show up at my best? Did I allow the vehicle of God to speak through me? This is what we're asking ourselves every day. Heaven and hell, family, in our religion, is not a place that you go when you die. It's not a place that you go when you die. One more time, heaven and hell is not a place that you go when you die. Heaven and hell is a living condition. Heaven is a living condition, and it is a flow between pleasure and peace. If you are in a state of pleasure and peace constantly, then you can check off your list that you are in heaven. If you know how to be present with the pleasure in your life and have peace with the challenges in your life, then you will be in a condition, or should I say unconditional happiness, which will lead to your assimilation and experience of heaven. When your thoughts, actions, and intentions are aligned, that's heaven, family. And hell is when you live against truth, when you fight against the rhythm of nature, and you live life out of balance. That is hell, because nothing can go right for you in that scenario. This is why your work focuses on heaven on earth. That's pure Asarian logic. As a human, you are multi-layered. You have a physical body, you have an emotional body, you have a mental body, and you have a spiritual body. And you are not here by accident. You are here as a player in a cosmic game. You are here to master yourself. This is your master system right here. Your physical body is your master system. Otsuamongo, come here, baby. Yeah, family, that's all you're getting from me today, man. I'll speak to you guys soon. Peace in, love out. Come here, baby.